So hello everyone, welcome back and welcome to the class, which is one of the most important things that help a freelancer, help anyone. Like, this is not just a freelancing wala class. If you see, this is a lot about psychology, right? So welcome to the class number 38, the psychology of pricing.
My name is Tharun. Video editing has changed my life, and it can change yours too. Tharun speaks quality, quantity.
This is the final class, the class number 38 of freelancing wala series, right? So iske baad we'll be discussing about how to start your agency and all of the agency wala stuff. But for now, let's actually come back, take a step back. Right now, at this point of time, most of you already started getting a lot of clients. Some of you already started working on the freelance projects and all of the stuff. So maybe you already started working at a particular price that you decided or whatever it is. But let me actually tell you, there are a couple of factors which you can actually use to increase the price that you're charging, right? Even if you're a complete beginner or maybe an experienced editor, right? So let's actually talk about it, right? Let's talk about every single thing in today's class. So before I actually start this class, I want to tell you this quotation, which is, people forget the sweetness of low price. But just listen to this properly. People forget the sweetness of low price, but not the bitterness of poor quality. What do you understand? What do you understand from this? Like, people are okay, right? Even, for example, imagine you started editing a video for 500 rupees only, right? Imagine you were editing for 1000 rupees on a standard basis, but just for this one client, you got down the prices and you just put the price to 500 rupees. That's it, right? But imagine the video output is not so good. His expectations and the video level was this, right? This client will hate you because people forget the sweetness of low price, but not the bitterness of poor quality. You got it? So imagine if you can deliver proper quality ka edited videos, you can charge a premium. You can consistently charge a premium if your video editing skills are good. So what do you understand? Even before you start freelancing properly, try to become good at the skill. You need to become the best at the skill, right? People should appreciate your content and then get into freelancing and then charging clients a lot of money, right? Because people are okay to pay you if your work is good. You need to understand this. Like, imagine you come to me next day, you mail me saying, Tharun, this is my work. If I like your portfolio, I can pay a premium for you, right? Also depends on other factors as well, which we'll discuss about it, right? So one thing, skill is the topmost priority. And if you are the 1%, top 1%, you can charge a lot more. Got it? So now coming back to this class, there was this book, right, which is called The Strategy of Tactics and Pricing. I didn't read it completely, but I just gone through it, like when I was starting my freelancing career, agency, all this stuff. And most of the things that you see in this class, it's like a kind of a derived version of the experience that I've had, first thing, and also some of the things which are derived from this book, and also multiple other books that I have listened to or have read, right? So coming back, let's talk about it. How does the price, like what does the price depend on? What does it depend on? Like, imagine you're a freelancer. Someone is charging 200 rupees. You want to charge 500 rupees. So what does the price depend on? Simple. First things first, the quality of the work, which is very obvious. Any stupid person in this world can understand that a good quality work can be priced higher, right? But that's not it. That's just not it. For example, how does Apple phones, like Apple, charge a premium? How? It's not just based upon the quality of the iPhone that they are doing. Like the same quality can be, for example, this is an iPhone, right? This is something around 60,000 rupees. You can actually build the same phone, similar quality of phone, 30,000 rupees or something like that, right? But how can Apple charge so much? How? Like, how? Just think about it. How? It's about branding, right? So what are the different factors which come into branding? Okay, before we actually discuss about the branding and all of that stuff, price also depends sometimes upon the demand, right? It's basically a demand supply. I'll tell you a proper example. There are some genres or some kind of, for example, real estate, these people can pay you kind of more amount of money if you edit a video for them when compared to a creator, right? Something like that. Because in the creator economy, these people can access video editors in an easier way. But in a real estate wala field, they won't be able to, right? 5-star hotels and all of these people, if they have to get a video shoot and edit done to feature their 5-star hotel somewhere, at that point of time, they need to get in touch with agencies, right? These agencies for the same amount of work, right? You can edit those videos, like literally you can edit those videos, and maybe for the same quality of work that you are spending, you'll charge something around 1,000 rupees, but these agencies charge 50,000, 60,000, 1 lakh rupees to these 5-star hotels. Why? Simple. It's about the access. So if you have to charge premium, you need to identify what are the sectors that you are going to get into. What are these? For example, you can target real estate. You can target some finance. Like if you're just talking about creators, you can target finance creators. These finance creators will be able to pay you a bit higher when compared to a fashion-based thing. Very obvious. Why? Because fashion-based people, these people earn a bit lesser. Simple. When compared to these people. So when you're trying to start talking to a client, or when you try to approach a client, also do some industry research. Where does the client come from? Which kind of sector is he from, right? Because you need to identify how much accessible is video editing for these people in that sector, right? The second thing. So first thing is the quality of work. Any stupid person can understand it. The second thing which people miss out is the demand supply in specific sectors, right? Some sectors usually pay more because they don't have direct access to video editors. If you can identify these sectors, then yeah, you can earn like a lot of money when compared to a normal video editor who's serving creators, right? And then coming to the next thing, which is the urgency. For example, if you edit a video, usually in 3 to 4 days, right? But the client just wants a video in 1 to 2 days, you can definitely charge a premium, right? You're like, I have to do a night out, or maybe you're like doing something else, like you just need to work 2x harder to generate the same amount of output, so just charge a premium for it. Got it? I'll tell you how to do it, how to strategically play your game in a while. Let's continue talking about what are the different aspects that the price depends upon, right? And then coming to the next thing, your reputation and credibility. This one I'll tell you a real life example, right? I edited a video, a 30-second video, for something around 500 rupees, 200 rupees, and sometimes an entire course lecture, 20 minutes long, just for 200, 300 rupees when I just started editing videos. But with time, I was able to get to a position where I was editing like 30 second, 45 second, 1 minute commercial for like 25,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees, just based upon one small factor, which is your reputation and credibility in that specific sector or in that specific genre or whatever it is. For example, people know your work, right? You're already famous, something like that, in that specific video editing skill or job skill, whatever you mentioned. So these things most of the people talk about, that your price depends upon your quality of work. It also depends upon the demand, right? But people don't talk about this thing, ki different sectors have different demands, right? And then it's very obvious that price also depends upon urgency, and it also depends upon reputation and credibility. But one thing which most of the freelancers or most of the courses miss out is this small thing. What is that small thing? One small thing which can give you at least, I would say, 2x to 3x amount of money for the same quality of the work that you have, right? What is that? What is that? Try to guess it, like try to imagine. Should I tell you? Simple. It is called communication skills. What is it? The better that you can communicate, the better you get into skills like persuasion and all of those things, the premium that you can charge. Simple. So freelancing is not just about the skill. Freelancing is also about a lot of things, and communication skills are one of the major factors which drive your earning potential. Got it? So try to read, try to study, try to get better at your communication skills, because these things can easily, like for the same skill level, right? It's called the stacking of skills, right? For example, if you have just one skill, you can earn X amount of money. If you have 2 skills, you don't earn 2x, you can earn 3x, because it's called stacking of the skills. You have more number of skills right now, right? And then you have one more skill, right? Now you earn 9x or 10x, whatever, because you have multiple skills doing your job at the same time, which are interdependent, right? So always try to learn, right? I keep telling you the same thing. So learn different things, learn different skills which you can stack over each other, right? Because these things can massively multiply your earning potential, right? And communication skill is one of those things which will not just make you a better freelancer, but will make you a better person. Like, you can basically negotiate better salaries, make more money, you can be a clear communicator, you can be a better storyteller, you can be a better freelancer, better creator, whatever you want to call it. Communication skills are very, 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 very important, and you need to focus upon them, right? And one of the best things that I want to tell you, like, I'm not just going to leave you by telling you, okay, communication skills, you have to improve and all of this stuff. I'll give you a very simple template on how to work on your communication skills, right? So first things first is what you do is, this is a very well-known technique, right? Basically, sit in front of the mirror, right? And try to practice. And what do you practice? Maybe in the beginning, like if you are a normal person, I would have told you, okay, maybe talk about yourself or something like that. But if you are getting into freelancing and stuff, I tell you one thing. Imagine you are sitting in front of the mirror and try to convince, say, the person who's sitting in front of you is a client, and now you are trying to convince him why you are the best person to do this job, right? Try to do it a couple of times, and after a couple of minutes, after a couple of time, like whatever it is, you will get handy about it, right? It will get much more easier for you when you actually sit in front of your client and when you try to, pitch prices to him. Got it? So that's one of the ways that I also practiced, and it actually works, right? Chalo, we talked about a lot of stuff, but yeah, coming back to this thing, like 5 tips to price higher. What are those things? I'll not waste a lot of time. I'll make it quick. Right? So the first thing, there are 5 things, right? The last one is white color here because it's kind of a major mistake that most of the early freelancers do. Got it? And I suppose most of you who are in this course right now, you are students who are just trying to get into freelancing. So this is one thing that you'll mess up, right? 5th one is one of the most important things, and I have made this mistake. I have seen a lot of people make this mistake, right? Chalo, we'll talk about one, all of these things one by one, right? So the first thing is premium first looks. I was just telling you one thing, like how does Apple, jo bhi phone, like whatever it is, how does Apple sell the same product, right, for much premium prices? Because of its branding, the way it's branded, right? When you first look at an Apple phone, it feels premium. The packaging is premium, the phone looks are premium, the website is premium, the messaging is premium, all of those things are premium. So all these extra things, the actual product, you can sell it 2x ka price pay if you can make its branding look better. That's marketing. Got it? So when you are trying to get into freelancing, what you have to focus upon is don't include any of the nonsense stuff in your portfolio, right? Portfolio should only have the best of your work. Even if there is 1 or 2, for example, don't fill your portfolio just for the sake of filling portfolio. It's like a famous quotation, right? One bad orange in a bag of oranges can spoil the entire set, right? So when you're actually trying to make your portfolio, don't make it for the purpose. Like for example, if there are 5 columns in your portfolio, right, you got 4 best works, right, and you're not able to fill the last one, at that point of time, what you'll do is, okay, I'll just fill it with this bad edit, right? Don't do it. Just ignore it. Just keep it blank if you want. Just remove that column, right? Because one bad thing can drastically get down to pricing. Because people actually look at the work, people are like, hey, kya rakh diya? Like, what did he put in this? This is stupid, right? So the first thing that you have to focus on is the premium first looks. And when I say that, the first thing is the portfolio, right? And the second thing is that the way that you talk, the way that you pitch your prices, right? So the list of prices, whatever the prices that you have, right? Even that should feel premium, right? If you don't like, people directly send what's like maybe a WhatsApp message saying 500 rupees for this, 600 rupees for this, and all of the stuff. Don't do that. Make a Notion doc, right? When you're trying to negotiate, make a Notion doc and put price over there and like properly give it to the client. Taki it feels premium to him. It's not a joke, right? So first thing that massively changes the way, like the perception entirely gets vanished. The perception entirely gets, people feel like kya hai yaar, who's this person, right? So don't let it happen. Premium first looks is one of the major things that you have to change when you are getting into freelancing. Got it? Branding is the key. So just focus on it, man. Like the way that you look, the more professional you are, the more professional that you look, the more better charges that you can charge. Got it? Very simple thing. So you're done with this. Now the second one is the price card. How many of you have a price card right now? Maybe you just have a portfolio, right? What is a portfolio? Like you have a couple of things, a couple of edits mentioned, a couple of designs mentioned and all of that stuff. But when someone asks you for, okay, what is the charge for this? Like I want 8 minutes ka YouTube video to be edited, right? You'll say I charge 2,000 rupees to 4,000 rupees or something like that. But you don't have a price card. So what I request you to do is make one more Notion page, right? Make one more Notion page, and first you have maybe premium, right? Premium, you just attach a link, YouTube ka link over here, and you charge something around 10,000 rupees for this kind of edit, 8 minutes ka edit, right? And then second, gold, right? And you have one more YouTube ka link over here, you charge something around 5,000 rupees for this, right? And then third one, basic, and you have one more YouTube video link here, right? And you charge something around 3,000 rupees for this, right? You should have a price card, like just like how restaurant has different kind of things mentioned at the same place and different prices for each of this. So you as a freelancer should also have a price card, right? Very simple. Now, got about the premium first looks and branding. The second one is a price card. What do you think is the third one? Very obvious one. It also depends upon the urgency. Imagine this is for the first new client. This is also, price card is also for the first new client, but urgency is for the old clients, right? Mostly for the old clients. You can also apply the same for the new clients, but yeah. Imagine you already have a client who has been, you're charging him 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees per edit. At this point of time, imagine you give him 3 to 4 days pay one video. At that point of time, you have to charge, like, imagine he's saying like, Tharun, I just want this edit in like a day. Can you do it? And I'm like, yeah, I can do it, but I'll charge maybe 1.5x times, right? Instead of 2,000 rupees, I'll charge 3,000 rupees or maybe 4,000 rupees, right? Because you are prioritizing this one over every single thing. There's a very famous quotation again, like, I don't know why I'm saying a lot of quotations here, but every single project that you take, right? Every price, whatever the money that you're getting for the project that you're taking, you're actually sacrificing that amount of life for that price, right? You're sacrificing your time for the money. Got it? So think about your price. Got it? That's why people also say, if you, like when you're making a deal, if maybe the other person, the client or whatever, if he says yes in the first one conversation itself, then you made a bad deal over there, right? You could have charged higher, but it's okay, because at this point of time you're just getting started. It's okay, right? Again, moving to the next one, I guess urgency wala thing is very, very, very intuitive. So now let's talk about the next thing. You're done with the premium first looks, which is about the branding, then the price card, the restaurant wala strategy, then urgency. So what is the next one? Bulk. So there was that point of time in my life when I was just getting started with freelancing and all of those things. I was charging something around 400 rupees per edit. How much was I charging? I was charging 400 rupees per edit, right? Now this client comes back to me. He's like, Tharun, I have 30 videos, right? So can you edit each one of these at 200 rupees only? What do you think I did? I was being very stupid. I was like, I had the work for the next 30 videos, but I'm not, taking of this thing into consideration. I have to spend a lot of time to edit 30 videos. But I said, okay. And every single day when I was editing these videos, I was just suffering. I was like, what decision did I take? I took a very stupid decision. I shouldn't have done it. So don't take the decisions which you'd regret later, right? So tell them 400 is per one video. Instead of 30 videos, just give me 10, right? You'll be making 4,000 rupees, right? For 1/3 the work, right? If you do it at 200 rupees, that will be how much? That'll be 6,000 rupees. So for extra 2,000 rupees, you have to do extra 2/3 of work, right? That's stupid. Don't do it, right? So bulk pay, people usually be like, okay, I can give a discount. You can give a discount, yes, but not 50%. Not like, don't do that mistake. Because I've done it and I've suffered the entire month, maybe 2 months in straight, regretting the fact that I'm working at half of my pay. Got it? Don't do this mistake. So now comes the contradicting thing. I'm just telling you, don't do this mistake and all of the stuff, right? But here's the controversy. What is the controversy? Very simple. This thing straight up goes in opposite direction to the next one. What is it? The major mistake that people do. What is a major mistake? What should I tell you? There's a famous quotation, right? Again, this class is mostly about quotations and all of this stuff, but yeah, because pricing, it's not just about editing, right? It's more about psychology, like how you perceive and all of this stuff. So one common mistake that most of the people do is this thing, this quotation, a famous quotation. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. What do you understand from this? How do you know? Bird in the hand, a client or project in the hand is worth two in the bush. What do you understand? So imagine you have a work in front of you, right? And you don't have anyone else. Right? You have one client with you, client one. You don't know if you will get client two in this month or week or whatever it is. At that point of time, take the work, right? Because at the end of the month, if you don't get one more client, like the client that you wish for, right? If he is not there, your earnings for this month would be zero. Get what I'm trying to say? It's like you have client number one already booked, right? He's paying you something around 2,000 rupees per month. He's ready to give it, right? Now you have one more client, client number two. He did not confirm the work yet, or you don't even know if this person will come to you, but your standard rate of pay is like 3,000 rupees. At that point of time, what do? Would you accept 2,000 rupees ka deal, or would you straight up tell him, okay, I can't do it? At this point of time, what can you do? Maybe some of you people will be like, take care, I'll just tell this person, okay, I usually charge 3,000 rupees, so 2,000 pay I won't be able to do, right? If I were you, what I'd do, or one of my friends was there, he was also a freelancer, he did something very interesting. He asked me to send a message. What was the message? He's like, Tharun, send me a message saying ki these three are the videos and you'll charge me something around 2,800 rupees per each of this, or like 2,500 rupees each of this. So the total pay is 7,500, right? And he used this screenshot and sent it to this client saying ki I already have a work for 2,500 rupees. So if you want, if this is urgent, you need to pay me 3,000. Otherwise, I'll not be able to do it. So just think about it. So most of you play bluff. Most of you play a lot of things. So I don't know if I can say this, but you should be smart enough. You should be able to bluff people sometimes, right? Don't bluff them enough they'll just leave the entire deal. But what I mean to say is you should be smart while you're trying to play the game of freelancing, right? the fake deals that you don't have, the deals that you already have, no one will come into your DM and check it, right? No one knows about it. Be smart, be the king. Like, you need to properly deploy your answers, strategy, and all of those things. Be smart about how you're talking to people, right? So because at this point of time, you're just trying to negotiate the prices, right? You at the end of the day, for 3,000 rupees or 2,500 rupees or 2,000 rupees, whatever it is, you are still going to give him your best. You're going to give him like the best work possible, right? Don't overprice it, but at the end of the day, he's going to get a good work, right? For him, 2,500 rupees wouldn't matter a lot. So do whatever it takes to charge your best. Simple. Do whatever it takes to charge your best. But don't lose the client. Got it? You can bluff the client, you can do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you need to deliver him your best work. Simple. Got it? That's the skill of negotiation for you. So the branding, the price card strategy, the restaurant strategy, urgency pay, higher pay, bulk, don't compromise on the prices or whatever it is, because you'll regret it. Common mistake, you can always bluff, right? And the bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Got it? So with that being said, we are done with the freelancing wala classes. So now, as you're done with the freelancing wala classes, right, what I want you to do is get ready for the next thing, which is how to start your agency. Whatever you're doing as an individual contributor, right, you can hire people, you can train them, train the skill that you have. You can use the credibility that you have built in your circle of clients, your clientele, and delegate work, right? So that you don't actually sit and edit. For example, imagine you're hiring a couple of people, right? You're hired 5 people, right? And you already have 10 clients. You're not able to, fulfill everyone's projects. What do? You hire, train, and delegate the work, and you just manage the final output, right? In this way, you'll be doing half the work and getting paid 5x more, right? That's what we are going to do in the next set of classes. That's going to be very, very, very interesting. So wait for it. The class, I just have to conclude. Freelancing, the end. We are going to meet in the next set of classes, which are about agency. How do you build? How do you start? What are the tools necessary? All of those things. How do you start your agency is the next thing. I'll see you. Chalo, bye-bye.